Every booking matters, and with Quiktravel, agents have the power to do more. Introducing Quiktravel Shopping. Now you can shop, book and ticket all from one seamless platform. Powered by Edifact and NDC content across Sabre, Amadeus and Travelport, Quiktravel gives you access to NDC fares from over 20 leading airlines and more. Manage bookings with ease. After-sales tools are fully integrated. Improve your productivity and keep your sales growing with confidence. Quiktravel is constantly evolving, with new enhancements always on the horizon. Take control of the way you book and manage airfares with Quiktravel by Consolidated Travel. Sign up today.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for your time today. My name is Mark Pagnan, and I'm IT Manager at Consolidated Travel. Well, we're excited to introduce you to our new version of Quiktravel, featuring our shopping function, which we're releasing next week. So when you log into Quiktravel next week, things will look a little different. So today, we want to run through a few things so you have some idea of what to expect and how shopping can benefit you.
Quiktravel shopping in a nutshell. Currently, you would search, price and book in the GDS and go into Quiktravel to retrieve your booking and action it. But now with shopping, you can do all that in Quiktravel. Quiktravel has now been enhanced to include all these functions: search, shop, book, cancel, issue, void, refund, reissue, seats, bags, meals and other ancillaries. The ones shown in blue are the new functions that we are introducing with the new shopping feature. So Quiktravel has now been fitted with 3 booking engines to cater for all agent GDSs. It allows you to shop and book for both Edifact and NDC fares in your own PCC and NDC fares in Consolidated Travel's PCC, regardless of the GDS, and you'll be able to see all the results on the one screen. And you'll also be notified about any NDC schedule changes and have the ability to manage NDC bookings in Quiktravel. So specifically with NDC, Quiktravel now offers access to NDC content for over 20 airlines, and with more to come. The 5 airlines shown in green are for the consolidation flow airlines. These are the ones you can already issue tickets for in Quiktravel for bookings you have in your own PCC, and this doesn't change. But now you'll be able to shop and book in your own PCC for the 5 green airlines and in our PCC for all the 22 NDC airlines. And when you create a booking, you'll be able to book and hold, and book and ticket, which we'll release a little bit later, along with the ability to book seats, bags, meals, and etc. And you'll be advised of any NDC order change notifications. So what is the benefit of using Quiktravel? Well, you can search, book and issue tickets all in the one system. You'll have easier access to more NDC airline fares. You can search and book Edifact and NDC fares in your own PCC, as well as NDC fares in our PCC for 22 airlines. And you can compare them all on the one screen, which gives you more choices, better prices, and leading to better sales. So with the introduction of shopping, we've made a few subtle changes to Quiktravel's design. This is the screen that you're currently familiar with. We've made a few cosmetic changes. You'll notice a darker blue colour and new icons, as well as some other changes that you'll see in the next few slides. The most notable addition is the Shopping tab, which contains all the booking engine functions. I'll go into more detail on this later in the demo. We have changed the Manage Bookings area around. You'll notice we now have tabs to separate the searches and some other new functions. Here we have a new unticketed bookings page to show you all the new bookings that you create during shopping and need to issue tickets for. We also have a new View Booking function in the Action menu, which retrieves the booking from the GDS and shows you details like in this next slide. You will see all the booking details here, as well as have access to some other handy functions such as adding bags and seats, which will be available a little later on. And you can also add passport details or frequent flyer numbers for passengers. So keep an eye out on this page, as it will introduce more functions in this area as we go. So going back to the Manage Bookings page, we've also added a new tab for scheduled changes, so you can keep track of any bookings that have had changes to the flight times. Please note that this only relates to bookings that you created in our Consolidated Travel PCC, not your own PCC. You'll still be able to see scheduled changes for bookings in your own PCC as you currently do via the GDS. So these represent the main changes, but there will be others that you'll discover yourselves, especially as time goes by. So let's give you a brief look at what the new shopping feature looks like.
Welcome to Quiktravel Shopping and Booking. Click on the Shopping tab to get started. You will see a number of options to enter your search details. There are 4 tabs where you can do a round trip, one-way, multi-city or 2 one-ways. A 2 one-way search provides independent outbound and inbound flights. Let's try entering some details for a round-trip search. Select your passengers, cabin class and fare source, where you can select GDS PCCs, and whether you want GDS or NDC fares. There are a few advanced options. You can enter a markup amount or rate to apply to the shown prices. Recent searches will be shown in the tab area below, along with any favorite searches you've saved and for any recent bookings you have made. Let's enter an origin destination and date to see some fares. Click Search. Quiktravel will collate fares from all PCCs that you have chosen and show them all in one list. Results are shown in order of cheapest first. Each result clearly indicates which GDS and PCC that the fare came from. Amadeus, Sabre, or Galileo or Travelport. Details of flight times and stops are shown for each fare amount, with some having more than one departure time options. Click on the Flight Details button to see more details about the flight. You can see the airport, flight numbers, flight duration, inclusions, etc. And you can click on the View Fare Rules link to see the fare rules for the flight. On the right you will see a number of filters to narrow down the results. You can filter on the number of stops, which also shows the minimum fare price for each option. You can select one airline using the Only button next to each airline. Or you can select all airlines to see them all again. A lot of information is shown. NDC fares are highlighted with a purple icon. Any private fares are also shown with icons. Notice that 3 prices are shown: published, agent and passenger, which includes the $50 markup we entered earlier. You can also choose to hide the agent price, which is handy when showing the screen to passengers. The agent price also shows the commission and/or fees included in the price. You can sort results with the Fare Sort link. You can research by changing the departure date 3 days ahead or behind. If you want to save your search, you can click on the star icon. Or you can modify your search by re-entering details and clicking Search again. You can also click on the Flight Upgrade button to see any options to upgrade flights. Alternative fares are shown side by side to allow for easy comparison of all included, excluded or paid features. Just click on the Select Fare button if you want to change to another fare. Or click on any Select button to pick the fare you want to book. You will be taken to the checkout screen. Flight details can still be seen here. And you can also click Change Flight to go back and select something else. The price summary shows details of your agent and passenger amounts. Click on the down arrow to expand the details. Click on Show Price Details to see a further breakdown, including individual tax amounts, commission, and markup. Click on Edit SPM to change or clear your markup if you need to. You can click on the Quote button at the top to show and print a quote for your passenger with all the details necessary. To create a booking, you need to enter all passenger details. Enter booking contact details, or use the same details from the passenger. Accept and acknowledge to proceed. And click Book Now to create the booking. And that's it. Your booking has been created and your PNR locator is shown at the top. Thank you for listening.
So there you have it. We hope you found that helpful. As we said, the new site will be available from next week. But before we finish, there's another important thing we wanted to cover. So what do you need to do to get access to shopping? There are 3 steps you need to follow. First, you'll need to log into the new Quiktravel site next week. Click on the Agency Settings link on the left navigation bar where you will see Register for Shopping button. Click on the Register button. There'll be a pop-up to confirm you want to proceed with the registration. And when you click the Register button, Our sales team will be notified to process your request. They will set up your profile and permissions and send you an email within a day with instructions on what you need to do next. So what do you need to do next? Well, that is step 2. For Sabre agents who register for shopping in the month of November, we will request the credentials for you. For Amadeus agents, you'll need to reach out to your account manager and request an API login, and same for Sabre agents after November. Please CC our email address, shopping@quick.travel, so we can help keep track of requests for you. For Travelport agents, you'll be able to create your own API login via the new Credential Access Manager feature in My Travelport. Each GDS is different with their own requirements and process, but it's all detailed for you in the instructions provided by our sales team. Essentially, these credentials are needed so that Quiktravel can access your PCC to shop and book. Sabre and Amadeus will ask you to sign an agreement and then set up API login details. This can take 1 to 3 weeks for them to action, and then you should receive emails with a login username and password. Once you receive your API login details, you can log back into Quiktravel to enter the GDS details in. Under Agency Settings, you'll notice a new Shopping Setup button. Click that and you should see your PCC shown, or PCCs if you have multiple. Click on the Add Credentials button to enter the GDS login credentials. Click Test and Save, and Quiktravel will test out your credentials with the GDS. If all is good, your credentials will be saved, and then you'll be able to start shopping as soon as you next log into Quiktravel. As noted earlier, our sales team will provide you with more information after you register, so don't worry if you miss these steps. And you can also access these details in the Quiktravel online help or our website. So there you have it. I hope that gives you a better idea of how the shopping function works in Quiktravel and how you can access it. So just a final recap before we open up for some questions. The new site launches next week, where you can log in and register, receive our instructions, request an API login from the GDS, load them into Quiktravel, and then start shopping. Okay, thanks everyone for your time today. We hope that the new changes will help you, and we look forward to hearing any feedback that you may have. So now we're just going to open up some questions. I have Olivia Chan with us as well from our national sales team to help us go through some questions. You can submit your questions from the Q&A feature in Teams, which is you'll see a little button at the top menu. Just click on that and then you can submit questions from that screen. We'll try to answer as many as we can, and we'll get back to you after this presentation with any answers if we run out of time. So yeah, thanks. Okay, Olivia, do we have any questions?
Not as yet. We'll give everyone a few minutes. But we did have one that, someone did raise up their hand. So if you want to type in your questions in the Q&A box, that will be great, and we can go through them. We did have another question that came through. What's the cost of using Quiktravel shopping?
Yeah, so there is no cost for consolidated travel agents. So with our shopping feature, we've worked with the GDSs as well. Normally there are charges, but we have come to an agreement with the GDSs. There's no charge. You will be asked to sign a contract, but there shouldn't be any charge related to that. Also, with APIs, generally with API hits, there's like a usage charge where the GDSs charge you. That won't be the case, so you will not be charged for any hits. So there should be no setup fees or ongoing fees for using Quiktravel shopping.
Thank you. Next question we have is, will the pricing be a match with the EK Online?
EK Online. Sorry, was that EK? Was it
EK?
Yeah.
Yep, Emirates. Yep.
Okay, so the pricing and all the fares that we get and show on the Quick Travel Shopping, it's basically what you see from the GDS. So we will provide all the content as we have it from your pseudo or our pseudo, whichever one you pick. And yeah, so we'll just show whatever prices that are available in the GDS with EK, any other airline as well.
But just to add to that is that it will be, because EK at the moment is not on the consolidation workflow, it wouldn't have been available in the agent's PCC at this stage. So it will be something that you're not seeing in your own pseudo that is only available on our pseudo. So we're hoping that at least that would give a closer price, if not matching, to the EK Online price, because I know that's one thing that a lot of the agents been asking. Okay, is this only for instant purchases or can they enter a ticket TTL?
So the Quick Travel Shopping, as you would have seen in that video in the presentation before, there was an option to book and hold. Well, it's all book and hold. So once the PNR is just created, you're not actually having to pay at that point of the PNR creation. Payment is, you can nominate what payment method at that point, but payment is done at the point of ticketing, not at booking. So we will actually, sorry, just to add to that, we will introduce like a book and ticket function, which we sort of mentioned that before. The book and ticket function, you could, as soon as you create a booking, you can actually just go and action that booking immediately, or you can do it tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Obviously, there's TTLs involved with when you need to issue the ticket. But the book and ticket function that we'll be introducing later is just more about streamlining the whole ticketing process after booking if you want to go down that path.
Thank you. Next question, will we be providing API for this or agents to offer this online or direct booking by their clients?
No, so Quick Travel Shopping is only available via Quick Travel's website, our website, Quick Travel website. It's not something that we're offering at this point in time, but we've architected in a way so that we will be looking at something like that down the track.
Thank you. Can we see the flights in our GDS?
So flights or bookings. So you, I think maybe they're meaning maybe bookings in the GDS. So if you go into Quick Travel Shopping and create a booking, you have the option to create the booking in your pseudo or our pseudo. If you create it in your own pseudo via Quick Travel Shopping, you will definitely see that PNR through your GDS. So you can still see what's happened there. Obviously, if you pick our pseudo, if you create the PNR in the Consolidated Travel pseudo, you won't be able to see that in the GDS. That's why you'll be able to manage that booking via Quick Travel.
So basically, agents who uses Quick Travel Shopping and chooses to make the booking using their own pseudo, they will still have the full control and they will be able to see that in their own GDS if they go back to native GDS.
Correct. That's right.
Thank you. What's the advantage of doing this versus shopping in the graphical mode in the GDS?
Yeah, good question. I think one of the main things is, and the point of Quick Travel is trying to make it easier for you guys to use or utilize NDC content. So we know a lot of agents have a lot of pain with NDC content. If you haven't signed up, there's actually a bit of a setup process sometimes with airlines to actually have NDC content from airlines. You don't need to worry about that so much with using Quick Travel. We've got 22 airlines set up, ready to go. So you can access all that NDC content with those 22 airlines from our pseudo. So if you haven't set that up on your pseudo, that's obviously a massive benefit that you won't get in the GDS natively.
And it's also to see all the results on the one screen as well, because if you were only using our portal, for example, for the NDC content, and then comparing it to the GDS, you have to flip between your GDS and our, quick travel shopping. Whereas if you actually do everything in the one screen, you can then compare and see what's the lowest available option for your passenger. And then you can then make that decision and make the booking. It's just the easier process. And when we have that seamless connection with issuing the tickets, it just makes it so much more sense to stay on the one screen rather than flipping between systems.
Yep, that's a good question.
Yeah, very good question. Okay, for the API, should we contact the GDS manager or should they be contacting us?
Okay, so with Sabre, we will reach out to Sabre for Sabre agents. And so as soon as you register, and that's the real key, you need to register on Monday. As soon as you'd register, what we do is we will collate a list of everybody who's registered and we'll supply that to Sabre. And Sabre will then reach out and start the process off for you. So we're doing that for the month of November just to make it easier. With Amadeus agents, you'll need to reach out to your Amadeus account manager. There is instructions on what you need to do, and we've put like a little handy link in the instructions. So if you click on that link, it actually creates the email for you on what to ask for. So use that because that'll make it a little bit easier for you if you're not really quite sure what to say in the email. And with Travelport, you can actually just create your own login yourselves. So you just log into My Travelport. They've introduced this new Credential Access Manager feature in My Travelport, which like a travel agency managers should have access to. So if you go in and you can pretty much create a login within the day, that's pretty instant, which is really great. So you don't even have to reach out to your account manager. You can just create the login yourselves, put the details into Quiktravel, and off you go.
Thank you. When we do the shopping for book and hold, how long would the tickets be on hold for?
Okay, so there's obviously TTLs, which we will show you'll see that in the results screen, so what the TTL is. And you'll also see in the manage bookings page, we showed that in the presentation earlier as well, there's a screen where it shows all the unticketed bookings. So anything you create in the shopping tool, you'll see that booking on that page, under that tab. So you can track what your TTLs are and make sure you just issue the tickets before that TTL. So the TTLs will just apply as they normally do with the GDSs.
Thank you. Will agents be able to sell NDC even if they don't have an agreement with the airline?
If you don't have NDC content in your pseudo, you don't have an agreement with an airline, you can still access NDC content on our pseudo. The booking will be with us, but yeah, you'll have access to the 22 airlines.
Thank you. Is it correct that every ticket issued through us will have a ticketing fee?
No.
So normal,
no,
normal commissions and fees apply. So it just depends on what is shown on the Quick Travel Commission page. It really depends on the route and the airline. So if it's something that we don't charge a fee for a ticket, then it's not. You won't be charged a fee because of that you're using Quick Travel Shopping, if that makes sense. So there's no booking fees. So the same ticketing fee still, if it applies, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to charge for shopping.
Extra, no.
Yep.
Okay. Does the agent lose their own branding in e-ticket and itinerary document that goes to the passenger?
So I think that's relating to our SPM documents, selling price manager documents and itineraries. None of that changes. You'll still be getting those documents when you issue tickets. You would have seen in the presentation as well, there was a quote function which looks a little bit different, which is based around just providing a quote to your passenger at the time of creating a booking. So yeah, that probably doesn't have the branding. That does not have the branding, whereas the SPM after ticketing does. That still does.
Thank you. So for this new introduction of quick travel shopping, it doesn't change the ticketing fulfillment part where we've been always servicing our agents. So that part doesn't change. It's adding an additional option where you can go to Quick Travel and make your booking there on the portal. The Quick Travel shopping gives agent options of rebooking, and they mean the change to the date of the booked of a booking or booked ticket.
Okay, so I'm not sure if that's talking about a booking or a ticket. So the options of, well, the ticket option is just, I guess, like a reissue or revalidation process, which is the same as what we already currently have in Quick Travel. Changing dates in a booking. So if you need to do that, you can obviously do that in your GDS if it's on the PNR's on your pseudo. If the PNR is on our pseudo, it is only NDC PNRs that you can have on our pseudo. There's quite limited functionality in what we can do with NDC bookings at this stage. There's no option to change dates as yet, but that's definitely going to be improved as we go. So you won't see that yet. You have the option of cancelling and redoing a booking if you need to as well.
Thank you. I do have another questions that come through separately. Will the agent lose their segment rebates or segment counts for bookings created in Quick Travel shopping?
Okay, so the segment rebates that you get from GDSs really doesn't change. Obviously with shopping, you have the ability to create bookings in your pseudo. Those ones will count to your segment rebates with whatever agreement you have with the GDS. Obviously, the bookings that are created in our pseudo won't count in those segment rebates.
Thank you. Another question I've got here is how quickly can an agent get access to Quick Travel shopping and start using it?
If you're a Travelport agent, pretty quick. So it could be within a day, but with Sabre, it's more than a week, probably maybe 2 weeks. Amadeus, it takes a little bit longer. There's about 3 weeks they've quoted. Yeah, they're all ready to accept your registrations and your requests, so they're ready to go. They've spoken to all their account managers, and they know they have a process in place. So they're going to try and make this as quickly as possible for you. But unfortunately, there's a process involved in setting everything up, and it does take some time for some of the GDSs.
So the recommendation is to start registering on Monday?
Absolutely. As soon as it's released on Monday, hit the register button.
One more question here. How do we send a copy of itinerary to clients?
So there was a quote function in the shopping screen that you would have seen before. There is there's a print button that you can print. You can print to PDF, and you can email that off if you like. And obviously, there's SPM features that you're probably aware of. That hasn't changed, so that's still obviously a feature that you can use to email SPM passenger itinerary receipts and stuff like that. You can still do that as well.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Okay.
Yep. Thought I'll just scan it one more time. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we've managed to go through all the questions. So I hope everyone stays excited as we are with the launch of Quick Travel shopping.
Yeah, so I think the main takeaway is on Monday, when you log in, it's the same login you do, like you do every other time, but it'll look a little bit different, but that's okay. So if you have access to that agency settings area, just click on that register button, and that's the main thing. Just click on that register button, and we'll send you all the information. So if you've missed any information on this webinar, it doesn't matter. We'll send you the information and you'll have it at your fingertips. So, and we'll help you if you have any questions as well. So I think that was it. No more questions. Okay. So someone's just noted here. So yeah, just to clarify, it is one registration per agency. So you don't need to if you've got 10 staff in your agency, you don't need to register 10 times. It's only one per agency. And same with the credentials, you only need one per agency. And if you have multiple pseudos, you need to have multiple logins, one for each pseudo. So it's credentials for each PCC.
So on Monday, if the administrator or admin person that holds that login for Quiktravel logs onto Quiktravel on Monday, and they will be able to kickstart the process.
Yes, it's whoever does it first. So if there's more than one that has access to agency admin, try and beat the other person to do it.
Hang on, one more question here. No, it was a thank you.
Yeah, okay. You're welcome. Okay. Okay, we'll send out that information and we'll send this webinar recording as well to everybody. So thank you, everybody.
Thank
have
you.
a great day and good luck next week. Thank you.
Thanks all.